Yo, 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 yo. All right, all right. I was trying to share it around, but you know what? I'm just going to come in. I was trying to share it on Twitter and all that stuff, but my phone's not acting right. What up, Harry, Janet, Mike? The wrist is good, Harry. The wrist is good. It's back to 100%. You might not can't see the scar there, but we're back to 100% here. 36 months to Janet. Janet, 36? 36? Echo coming. Echo coming.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
36, hit the thumbs up, hit the thumb. I clicked the video so fast when I seen it was Corey. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. How are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? I can't hear myself, but hopefully you can hear me. I don't know what's going on. I can't hear myself at all. Hopefully you can hear me. Yeah, hopefully you can hear me. Let's go. How are we doing on this Thursday? The day after Wednesday evening. How are we doing? I think the music's off now. I'm doing good. Now I can hear myself. We're all good to go. So, I want to talk about things that nobody wants to talk about. Let's talk about scrambled eggs. No, we're not going to talk about scrambled eggs. We're going to talk about the story that is going to be going on until freaking September, because there's really nothing else to talk about in Cleveland, because it's just going to be going on and on and on and on and on. It's only June 18th, and we're going to be talking about this until the end of time. It is Shedeur Sanders versus Dillon Gabriel. We're going to talk about this until the end of time. Why did they do this to me? But yes, we're going to talk about it. And it's hard, Mike. It's hard, but I am trying to be here to be that non-biased source. Now, we all know who I want to win, Mike, and it's Shedeur Sanders, but we're going to try and talk about it from a lens of who is really winning this race, and it depends on who you ask. If you ask Tony Grossi, Dillon Gabriel is winning the race, and it's not even close. If you ask somebody else, it's Shedeur Sanders who's winning the race. If you just go by the numbers, if you just look at numbers, OTAs and mini camp combined, Dillon Gabriel was 48 of 83, 8 touchdowns, no interceptions. Shedeur Sanders was 41 of 53, 9 touchdowns and 1 interception. So if you just go by the numbers, I would say Shedeur Sanders is winning. Now, you have to look into account. They didn't give Shedeur Sanders any snaps against the number 1 offense or against the number 1 defense, which I don't like that, because I believe that I think you should give every quarterback an opportunity to play with the best players on offense and against the best player on defense to gauge how good are you. Dillon Gabriel got to do that. So did Pickett and so did Flacco. Now, is he going to be able to get that? I hope so. Hopefully in training camp, we will get to see that, because we want to see how good are you against the best. No disrespect to second and third stringers, but that's not the best you have to offer. Now, he's got glowing raves from Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward. You want to see that, and that's good. Now, when it comes to Dillon Gabriel, I don't hear as much from him, because he's not the popular one here. Shedeur Sanders is. Now, Tony Grossi, he shows love to him, and other people on Twitter do, but I haven't heard anything from other players. Now, is that good or is that bad? I don't know. Now, I haven't been on Twitter 24/7 because I've been going through things health-wise. I mean, I have not been a pillar of health. I have not been 100%. I haven't been 110%. I've been operating on about 65 to 70% for the past 2 weeks, but that's here nor there. I haven't been a pillar of health to be following everything 24/7. So I may have missed some things to see what's going on from both quarterbacks. I have not been a pillar of health to know what's going on. Okay? So I will be honest when it comes to that. So you may know things that I don't know, and that's why we have these streams. Yes, Chubb going to Texas. Let me tell you about Nick Chubb. I'll tell you this. I hate Andrew Berry. I will never forgive Andrew Berry $2.5 million. You mean to tell me that we could not look into our couch cushions, our pin cushions, and get $2.5 million for Nick Chubb? $2.5 million, and it can get the $5 million? That's it? We could not get that for Nick Chubb? That is the most disrespectful, and I don't care if he's coming off injury. I don't care. It's a business. I will never forgive Andrew Berry for that. Never. I don't care. It's despicable, Harry. Despicable. Most accurate what I want. Put both of them on team one and see who's better. All the clips I see showing an obvious sack before the Browns, before he throws the ball. I haven't seen many clips of Gabriel being shown. New phone, can't donate this time. Daggone it. What kind of phones you get? I did just see that. Sanders cited for going over 100 miles an hour around 2 a.m. in the morning. Now, you could say, big deal, no big deal. I'm going to tell you this. It's the same thing I did with Myles Garrett. I didn't care, really. I didn't. Now, I don't want him harming himself. I don't want him harming others. Why are you going 100 miles an hour is my question. It's the same question I had for Myles. Now, did I dog Myles? No, I didn't. I didn't dog Myles Garrett. Some people did. Some people are going to take that, Nathan, and they're going to take it and blow it out of proportion because they want to. That's not me. My only question is, why are you going 100 miles an hour? Where are you trying to go where you're going 100 miles an hour? That's my question. Where do you have to go that you're going 100 miles? Did you have to use the restroom? Could you not hold it? I've been there before. Why are you going 100 miles an hour is Mike? That's the only question I have. I'm not going to dog him for it. I'm not going to sit here and land base them and, oh my gosh, it's the end of the world. But I want to know, where did you have to go that you were going 100 miles an hour? I do see that, Jane. Only two thumbs up. Can we get some likes? Can we get some likes, please? I do see that. Can we get more than 2 likes? It will be greatly appreciated. But that's my only question. Oh, you got a Chrome Pixel. Okay. I'll be buying listen, Nick Chubb, the Texans are now my second favorite team. The Texans are my second favorite team. Deal with it. It was only $750. It was only $750,000. That's the pay cut Ford took to complete the deal. How you doing, AAA? Got a scoop. I'll donate twice as much next time. Appreciate you, Janet. Have a good one. So I'm not going to dog him that much, but I do want to know why you were going that fast. But it's going to be interesting when it comes to this quarterback. If you call it a quarterback competition, if that's what you want to call it, I call it a competition when you're going against the same competition. If that makes sense. When you're going against the same defenders and you have the same offense, then I really call it a competition. Because if you're not going against the same defenders and you don't have the same offensive weapons, I don't know if I want to call it, because it's not really fair to assess. Because you don't have the same weapons. Maybe your offensive weapons are worse than the other person's. Maybe your line's a little bit worse. But maybe you're going against the worst defense. So I want to call it a competition when you're going against the same defense and you have the same weapons at your disposal. Then come talk to me. Then we'll see who's better. I think Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett's more of a competition right now than Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders, because they're going to go and use the same offensive weapon to go against the same defense. But that's just me. What up, King Thriller? How many active QBs you think I think we'll have 3. I think one of these QBs will not be active, will not be on the team. Which one? I don't know, Harry. I don't know. If you're just coming again, hit that like button when you come in. Hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe. Yes, but I think there will be 3. Which one will not be on the team? That is a hard decision for me to make. That is a hard one for me to call. Now, if you ask me which one do I not want on the team, that's easy. Kenny Pickett. I just, I'm not trying to be mean. I don't want Kenny Pickett. I don't want Kenny Pickett on the team. If I had to pick one. No shade towards Kenny Pickett, but give me the 2 young guys and then give me an older guy for a little bit and then let 2 young guys battle it out. But that's just me. But do I have any say-so in anything? No, I don't. What up? I am Zoe Media. What up? I am Zoe Media. Hit the like if you just came in. It would be greatly appreciated. Likes it gets the algorithm up. It will be greatly appreciated. I'm tired of people praising Flacco for those 5 games. I like Zoe already. I like Zoe already. I like Zoe already. I need the fans to go look at those 5 games they're talking about. It's literally laughable. The Cleveland Browns had a winning. I like Zoe Media already. Thank you, Consistency, for the donation, my guy.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Me and Zoe are right here. Me and Zoe are right here. Has he listened to my streams? I think it's already chosen. Brandy, how are you doing? Love you too. Where have you been? I can't say that because I haven't been here. I can't say that. How are you doing, Brandy? Zoe, salute to you, man. It's like I've been saying it, but nobody listens to me. It's like they label me a hater, and I'm not. I just speak facts. After Baker, that's not true, Mike. We have more than that. That's not true. I think people just want to take those 5 games and they put it and they laminate it like those were the best things ever, Mike. And he was above average at best. You've been working your butt off on Sundays. But taking that, I would still rather have Joe Flacco than Kenny Pickett if I had to choose. And give me the 2 young quarterbacks. If you ask me what 3 quarterbacks I want on the roster, but that's just me. Does it make it right? No, it doesn't, because I'm nobody. I'm just saying. But that's just who I would rather have if I had to pick 3. Now, when it comes to Shedeur Sanders and Dylan Gabriel, if I am the Cleveland Browns, I'm like, you know what? Let's be honest with each other. Let's be honest. We're not going to the Super Bowl. And I have said this before. We're not going to the Super Bowl, so we might as well see what we have now. Let's stop beating around the bush, okay? Let's see what we have. Kenny Pickett, he's not the future. Joe Flacco, he's old. So let's see what we have. Let's see what they can do. We see our schedule. It's tough. It's brutal. Let's see what we got in these young men. Start one of them from game 1. That's what I would do. We're not going to the Super Bowl. Let's be real. We're not. But they're not going to do that. They're going to start Pickett or Flacco. You think they'll have 4? You think they'll keep all 4 of them? What up, Cool Breeze? I was at the playoff run game. We can't hide that excitement. You can't hide the excitement we all had. You was at the Pittsburgh game? Oh, I was excited too. Go play that stream back. I loved it. Shedeur over Gabriel. Flacco's a bum in my book. He's 40 and was only great for a couple of seasons. A bum in your book. All right, Adam. How you doing, Adam? A bum. A bum in your book. Let the rookie. I don't want the rookies to sit for a year, Harry. You know why? Because if the rookies sit for a year, the Browns will probably draft another quarterback next year. You choose Flacco over Pickett? I don't want the rookie. I need to see what we have. I need to see what we have this year. I don't want to go 17 games of Pickett or Flacco. I can't do it because I know who they are. I know who they are. I don't know what Shedeur Gabriel is, and that's who I want to see. Lovey Marie. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. 10-23 in his last 33 starts. It's an interesting number. There's also excitement about our running back room. There's excitement, Sampson and Judkins. I have nothing against Sampson and Judkins. Nothing I'm about to say is nothing against them. They may be a dynamic duo come week 1, but I don't care right now. I could care less what they're doing in training camp because of what the Browns did to Nick Chubb. I could care less what they're doing in training camp. And Judkins is a Buckeye, and I don't care. The disrespect that we showed Nick Chubb. What is the point? And I'm going to say this. I don't want to hear anything in life again about loyalty from players. I don't want to hear it. It's trash. I don't want to hear nothing about players aren't loyal. Players are loyal. No. Take that, put it in a Ziploc bag, and throw it in the street. There is no such thing as loyalty in sports. So if a player wants to get their money, we should support that because we know what teams think about players. They are just dispensable to them. They don't care about players. So players shouldn't care about teams. They should care about getting their money while they can. Because once a team thinks just an inkling that this player is no longer useful, they will let him go. So I don't want to hear anything about players not being loyal ever again. Ever. What up, Mike? 23 months, my guy Mike. AB sucks. He does. I hate him.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
And I know people say it's a business. It's a business, Corey. It's a business. There's some players that is just not a business to. There's some players that you know what? He is the heart and blood of this team. But evidently Cleveland didn't think that way. So I don't care about the running back room right now. Maybe I'll get a little excited as the season goes. Maybe I'll be a little more excited. Maybe like, okay, I like what we have here. But right now, I don't care. We hate AB, the Pebble. I hate AB at least. And I took up for him a lot. But not anymore. Not anymore. Work. Hey, man, get that money. Get that shmoney, the Pebble. Get that money. But yes, I don't like AB. Actually, I hate AB. The Texans are getting the star. Shedeur Sanders was driving 100 miles an hour, if you don't know. What else is going on in Browns land that I can't think about? I don't know. Most things is about the QB battle. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. The only thing I'm really worried about is the receiver room. It doesn't knock my socks off, if I'm being honest. You know, Jerry Jeudy. I think Thrash has a chance to really come out this year. You got Jeudy. Njoku's a tight end. I'm not counting him as a receiver. Maybe Tillman breaks out and is that dominant number 2. But the receiving room does not really knock my socks off right now. There's nothing there that makes me go, wow, look at that unit. So we're going to have to see when it comes to them. Also at work, going to hit 38 hours today. Hey, you getting that money. I still have 2 Chubb jerseys hanging up. Oh, my Chubb jersey's not leaving. My Chubb jersey's not leaving. So the receiving unit, we're going to have to see as training camp comes along. We're going to see how they do. I know the focus is on the quarterbacks, rightfully so. But outside of Jerry Jeudy, which he did show when he had a quarterback that could get him the ball, what he is capable of. As soon as Jameis Winston was the QB, Jerry Jeudy took off. He took off. When he went against Denver, he put up record numbers against his former team. 1,000-yard receiver. And that was with Jameis Winston not playing the whole season. So a quarterback that can get him the ball, he showed what he could do. Now we need somebody to follow. In my humble opinion, though, does it mean I'm right? No, it doesn't. It doesn't mean I'm right at all. AB is the best Texan GM of all time. Chubb is going to go off this year. Also at work, going to hit. I'll write that one. We really need a good receiver. Is that Chubb jersey If that jersey ever comes down, the new replacement better be a legend. It's never coming down, Mike. That Chubb jersey will never come down. He's my favorite Browns player. That's no longer a Brown, but he's not coming down. Which fails first? OL, running back, or CB? Oh man, Gmail, that's a good question. I'm not going to say running backs because they're new and they're fresh, and supposedly they're pretty good. I would have to say line. I agree with Harry. I'm going to have to say the line. I'm going to go with line because right now you have a question at quarterback too. When the quarterback and the line goes together, we don't know who our quarterback's going to be. We don't know how good they're going to be. And the quarterback and the line goes together. If your quarterback is holding the ball forever, it makes your line worse, right? The better the quarterback, the better the line. The better the line, the better the quarterback. So they kind of go together. We seen with Deshaun Watson, the line looked terrible, but it was a product of Watson holding on to the ball, not sure of himself. When Winston came in, it looked a little better. Not saying it was perfect, but it looked a little better because Winston was more decisive and he got rid of the ball. Sometimes he threw it to us. Sometimes he threw it to the other team. But at least he was getting the ball out of his hands. But I am going to go with OL Gmail if I have to answer the question and answer it truthfully. And staying healthy is a factor too. AB has let go so much talent that bleeds the brown and orange go. He has. He has. My fave too. He was really everything we wanted Miles to be character-wise, and we just let him go. Nick Chubb. I don't think, and if you can name another, I don't know another football player that I can think of that I rooted for. Personality-wise, that you would rather have than Nick Chubb. Like there is no other, like if you was building you a model football player off the field and on the field, it's Nick Chubb. Even on mic'd up, like when you have a mic'd up Nick Chubb, you're not going to hear nothing but sound effects. Like, and you let that go. Think about that for a second. When you have a mic'd up Nick Chubb episode, you're just going to hear sound effects. But you let that go. That's the precedence you are setting in the locker room. A locker room leader that everybody loves, you're letting go. I don't know what else to say. I have nothing else to say but that. And I also think he could have helped the Shedeur Sanders and a Dylan Gabriel. Yes, he's not a quarterback like Joe Flacco who can help, but he still has that veteran presence. He still has that veteran leadership in a locker room that can help these two young men navigate their rookie season in the NFL. He could have helped with that. But no, that's not what's going to happen. None compared. Chubb is the GOAT. Garrett and Chubb were the leaders of that locker room. And now you just have Myles Garrett. I don't know who else is going to be a leader in that locker room. I guess you can say like Denzel Ward, Myles Garrett. Is there a leader of the locker room on the offensive side of the ball? I don't know. Joe Flacco, I guess. Maybe David Njoku. But do you have a leader on the offensive side of the ball now for the Browns? Those are the only two that I can think of. Flacco and Njoku. I mean, Flacco just got back. So if you want to go seniority, it's David Njoku. Unless you want to go Joe Batonio on the line. I mean, I don't know. Is there anybody else I can think of? Am I missing something? I don't know. It's a sad day, ladies and gentlemen. A sad, sad day. Is there anything else going on in Brown's world that I am not thinking of? Is there any other breaking news that I'm not thinking of? We hit the 100 miles an hour speeding of Shedeur Sanders. We've talked about the quarterback battle, if that's what you want to call it. The new stadium. Is there anything new about the new stadium? Is there any new developments going on with the new stadium? Flacco is here for himself. He's here for himself. Is there anything new in the new stadium? Flacco is showing poise and experience. What film is there to look at, Pearly Gates? The last film that I have of Flacco is throwing an interception to end the season. I don't have any other film yet to look at. What film should I look at? Colts film? You want me to go look at Colts film from last year? I don't have anything else to look at. I don't have, or training camp film. What am I looking at? Is there any developments on the new stadium? Camp film? I really don't. I don't get excited at camp film. I mean, I understand you have to do it for content. And I've said this all along when I've been on this channel. You have to do it for content. I understand that, right? For content, you have to do it, right? You have to post it and you have to talk about it. But if you don't look good in shorts and a helmet, there's a problem. That's a problem. If you look bad in shorts and a helmet, I don't know what to tell you. Deshaun Watson looked good in shorts and a helmet, and how'd that turn out? I'm just saying. So if you don't look good in shorts and a helmet, there's a whole nother thing coming. It is bad news if you don't look good in shorts and a helmet. So I get the whole precedence, but I get excited when you got pads on at least. When we got pads on, then start talking to me. But that's just me. Am I saying I'm right? No. But that's just my feelings on the things. When they put pads and a helmet on, when we get the pads on and we start, now we're cooking up something a little bit. Nothing new in the stadium? Okay. Who here doesn't want a new stadium? Is there anybody that doesn't want a new stadium? Is there people that's like, you know what? I don't want a new stadium. I want it to be outside into the end of time. I want snow, sleet, cold. No new stadium. Is there anybody here that believes that? In the comments. Just no new stadium. Football is meant to play outside. It's meant for the elements. Put a hand up if it's you. It's meant for the elements. It's meant for the cold. We don't want a new stadium. I don't want a dome. Me, Mike, I would hate a new stadium. Pearly Gates, I want snow, sleet, cold. Well, not hate. I'm opposed. No new stadium, cold, rain, snow. No new stadium. Oh, I read that one. In the hand. I don't want a new stadium. So a lot of y'all don't want a new stadium. Interesting. Well, I'm not like any of y'all. Listen, I hate the cold, the rain, and the snow because to me, it doesn't give any advantage. It doesn't give an advantage at all. It just doesn't. All it does is make the game low scoring. To me, it doesn't make an advantage at all. It doesn't give you any advantage. We had one of those games, and the Saints came in and won. I remember it, too. Yes, we have the advantage. It's a dome team. They said, ha-ha, and they still won. I don't think it really gives you an advantage at all. It just makes the game more muckier. It just makes it more low scoring. You can't kick a field goal. So to me, it doesn't give you any advantage at all. Give me a nice dome. So the more skilled team is going to win. That's what I want to see. Who deserves to win the game? You didn't win it because the win. I want who is the better team. That's what I want to see. That's all I want to see. Who was the better team? Gives Cleveland an opportunity to host Super Bowl. Makes you miserable. I feel you on that. Sitting in that cold. But I can see the other end too. Green Bay, they've had it for years. They've had that advantage for years, and it's helped them. I just haven't seen it where it's helped us in recent memory. I just want a dome. It does help bring more events to Cleveland as well. Super Bowl. SummerSlam was in Cleveland, but you know, we still had a stadium then. But we'll see what happens. That's just my opinion. Is my opinion always right? Sure, it's not. Sure, it's not. It'll kill the downtown Cleveland economy. So I don't live in Cleveland, so I have to take your. I'll have to take. I'll have to take your word for that one because I don't live in Cleveland. You love it when they play on the snow. I was there last year for the first time, and their parking lot is the worst. Okay. So we'll have to see what happens. This is the third thunderstorm warning today. The third? Dang. It's nice and sunny where I'm at. Nice and sunny for once. Well, that's going to be it for me, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I got for you. Just wanted to check back in. I can't wait for football to start. The off season for me is just a bunch of rumors and speculations and not fun time for me. I want football. I need football to start so we can get into the real deal. But anything that pops up, we're going to talk about it. We're going to get on it. AB does suck. Do some WWE streams. We'll see. We will see. I'm trying to keep that separate. So it may be on my WWE channel, which I haven't done anything in that on a while. But we'll see, Harry. If you're not subscribed to that, it's Corey on Wrestling. That is the WWE channel. We will see, my guy. Other than that, what up, old school? Go Browns. That's right. CU12. That's Shedeur Sanders. Other than that, I appreciate all of you, every single one of you. Until next time, it's all love. Peace.